It was wet and windy conditions that prevailed at Crosshaven for this year's Musto Optimus Irish National Championships, but that didn't hinder the performances of 250 young athletes from ages 6 to 15 trying their best to be the number one in their sport. This annual competition is totally dependent on the community for its volunteers, organisers and medical staff, but what does it take to organise an event like this?
Today is our final day. We've been racing since Thursday. We have 200 boats. We divided into two fleets, the main fleet and the regatta fleet. The main fleet in itself then is divided into gold, silver and bronze, so you're covering a huge number of abilities and ages and children. And then we have a regatta fleet, which is 66 entries. Most of the children there will be under 12 and younger, going down to 9, 8. So we put them on a smaller course. We don't have them out as long during the day. They launch after the other fleet. The older guys, the main fleet, will launch at 9 and might be back in here till 4 this evening. They have 3 races every day, so a total of 12 races. And at the end you'll have an overall winner. You'll have a winner which will be the gold fleet winner. You'll have a winner in the silver fleet and you'll have a winner in the bronze fleet. Because the kids are so young, there's no way they can travel on their own. So people make it their holidays and the whole family come. And so that's why you would have a number. There's one particular family here from Crosshaven, they have 4 boys and all 4 boys are sailing. 2 in the main fleet and 2 in the regatta fleet. And you'd have kids sailing and kids ashore, so we try and put on activities in the evening time. We had a fireworks display the other night, so we have on-shore activities as well. You know, we feed them all when they come ashore in the evening, because people that are away from their homes look for all these kind of amenities.
We've been going for the last 3 days. This is day 4. We have 2 races to conclude today to give them a 12-race series. My job as the principal race officer, I've got to make sure that they all get on the water, sail the course and get home safely. Now that's easier said than done, and there's a huge army of volunteers and safety personnel involved, not just for the 4 days but obviously for quite a bit of planning in advance. The principal aim is the safety feature, because safety is the priority here and at all events like this, particularly when you bear in mind you're dealing with kids under 15 years of age. You have medical, you have scoring people, you have on the water judging, and then you have the race committee team who man the committee vessel, put down the marks, make sure basically that everything is there so that the competitors have the course that they expect, the course that they've been told on paper that they're going to have for the day. That's got to be there for them to make the events work.
Tell me, what are the real benefits of sailing for children on a whole?
We use a simple thing: we keep them away from the shopping malls. Because they're not in the street, they're out there enjoying themselves and they're making friends. Our guys are friends from Dublin, from Belfast, from Tralee, from Galway. They all meet at the events because there's a series of events they do, the 4 provinces, so they travel to each of them, and then this is the final event of the National Championships. A 9-year-old can join the club here for €200 or €300 and be a member for the year and use it. The parents don't have to become members if they don't want to, but yet he can use the facilities here and go sailing and be taught all summer long. If he wants to advance himself and do national championships like this, he'll go through the winter, so they're well looked after. I think coverage and stuff like that is good. You know, the media are beginning to realise it's good, fun family sport. From 7-year-olds up to my parents still sail, and they're in their 70s. You know, so there's a huge involvement. You have a social side, you have a cruising side, you have a racing side, whichever you want.
The Optimus class is going from strength to strength, and really it is the nursery of sailing in Ireland. From recreational sailors, kids who just are here for fun, to go on and become lifelong sailors for fun, and also for our future international, our future Olympians are sailing out there today and sailing very well in those conditions. Like any sport, people drift out of it, and also there's competition from other sports, but we have an organisation within the Irish Sailing Association to ensure that people continue to get involved in sailing, be it at a recreational level or also catering for the more serious people who want to go on and become Olympians. I think to look at the future, I guess the most obvious ones are the people who are coming to the end of their Optimus career. It's an under 15 career, and a couple of people are ageing out this year. I can think of Diana Kassan and Cian O'Regan, of 2 of our top sailors in Optimus, who possibly, if they keep at it, keep the work going, could be Olympic hopefuls and maybe Olympic medalists in the future.
With many talented youngsters on the water in what was surprisingly a very physical sport, we watched Diana Kissan, a girl who has earned herself the reputation as being the one to beat. Diana has been national champion for the last 2 years and was hoping to exit the Optimus class before moving on to the more senior ones with a hat-trick of titles under her belt.
Well, it's tough every year, you know, there's new batch sailors, the young ones, you know, and everyone's just so good every year, so it's similar but different, and it's just really tough every year.
So how will the training differ from this class now for the future classes?
Well, we're going to have to train really hard, and it's a 3-sail dinghy, and the two-handed dynamic is really different. It's quite difficult, and it's going to be very different. We're going to train really hard even through the bad conditions, but hopefully it'll pay off and we'll do well in trials and get to good events next year.
So how does the Irish category compare to your international categories?
Well, it's very different, of course. Like, there's people abroad that do sailing in school and train every day, and sailing's their life, so we just train as much as we can, but they really have the upper hand at internationals because they just train so much and they're really dedicated. Their whole families are sailors and, you know, a lot of experience, but we do our best, and, you know, the results come with work. So
everyone who took part in this event were stars and showed the talent we have in our sailors. But someone had to win, and a great week of racing saw Diana Kissan take the title and the hat-trick. Alexander Rumble from Royal St George came a respectable second, with Crosshaven's Richie Harrington third. Crosshaven's Conor Lydon, Kinsale's Amy Clark and Tygo Lynchead also did extremely well, winning the silver, bronze and regatta fleet divisions. So, could we be looking at some of our future Olympic hopefuls?